Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is going to shake you awake. You have been lied to. Your whole life, you've been programmed to believe that success, love, and happiness depend on what's happening outside of you. You've been chasing people, begging for opportunities, and waiting for the right moment. And where has that gotten you? Frustrated, stuck, lost. Now let me wake you up. Everything you want begins and ends with you. The moment you shift your focus inward, when you become obsessed with mastering your own mind, your own energy, your entire reality bends to match your new frequency. Look around. The people who have what you want, they didn't chase it. They became it. They stopped looking for love and became love. They stopped chasing success and embodied success. They stopped seeking validation and turned into a force so powerful that the world had no choice but to notice. Your relationships, they'll transform the second you stop needing people and start radiating the kind of energy that draws the right people into your life effortlessly. Your career, it'll skyrocket the moment you stop waiting for permission and start moving like the person who already has everything they desire. Your health, it'll change the second you stop making excuses and start treating your body like the vessel of power that it truly is. The secret is simple. Focus on you. The world will adjust. You want to change your life? Then stop giving your energy to distractions. Stop handing your power to people who don't deserve it. Stop living as a prisoner to your past, your doubts, your fears. Your time is now. And if you feel this truth hitting your soul, then don't just sit there. Take action. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because what I'm giving you here is not just motivation. It's the blueprint to a new reality. Now go, focus on you, and watch everything you've ever wanted fall into place. Your external reality is a direct reflection of the internal world you have built within yourself. Everything you see, everything you experience, everything you attract, it all stems from the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the energy you carry. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your existence. The chaos, the struggles, the patterns that keep repeating in your life, they are not random. They are mirrors. They are showing you what you have accepted as truth deep within yourself. If you feel like the world is against you, it's because somewhere inside you have accepted struggle as your default state. If you keep encountering betrayal, disappointment, or rejection, it's because in some way you have made room for it in your mind, your heart, and your energy. The people you meet, the opportunities you receive, the challenges you face. These are all projections of what's happening beneath the surface of your consciousness. You cannot change your outer world by forcing it. You cannot manipulate circumstances and expect permanent results. You cannot beg people to love you, force doors to open, or chase success while carrying the same broken patterns that have held you back for years. The external world does not bend to your will. It bends to your state of being. Your relationships are not random. If you keep attracting toxic people, it's because deep down you are tolerating toxicity. If you keep finding yourself in situations where you are undervalued and unappreciated, it's because somewhere inside you have allowed yourself to be treated that way. If your relationships are filled with conflict, fear, or uncertainty, it's because internally you have not mastered peace, certainty, and self-respect. The way people treat you is a reflection of how you treat yourself. If you raise your standards internally, if you decide that you are no longer available for mediocrity, your external world will adjust accordingly. Money does not flow to those who simply work hard. It flows to those who have broken the mental and emotional chains of scarcity. If your reality is filled with financial struggle, it's because you have been programmed to see wealth as something difficult, distant, or reserved for others. If you believe money is hard to make, your subconscious will create a world where that belief is true. If you see yourself as unworthy of abundance, you will sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. The world is not withholding from you, you are withholding from yourself. Change your inner dialogue, shift your energy, and money will no longer be something you chase, it will be something you magnetize. Your health is not just about what you eat or how much you exercise. Your body is a reflection of your emotional and mental state. If you are constantly drained, exhausted, or sick, it is because your inner world is filled with stress, suppressed emotions, and unresolved pain. If your body is breaking down, it's because you have ignored the signals it has been sending you for years. Your mind and body are one. Every thought you think sends a chemical signal throughout your body. Fear weakens you, stress poisons you, negative self-talk deteriorates you from the inside out. But the moment you change the way you think about yourself, the moment you release the weight of past traumas and step into the energy of self-healing, your body responds. Cells regenerate, strength returns, energy flows freely. Opportunities are not luck, they are alignment. The person who moves through life with confidence, clarity, and certainty will always seem to be in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence. They have aligned their energy so precisely that the world has no choice but to reflect that alignment back to them. If you keep missing chances, if doors keep slamming in your face, if you always feel like you're falling behind, it is because you have not yet become the version of yourself who is ready to receive what you are asking for. Success is not about grinding until you collapse. It is about tuning yourself into the frequency of the life you want and then watching as reality bends to match that frequency. Your emotions are not just passing feelings, they are the architects of your destiny. Fear breeds more fear. Gratitude breeds more abundance. If you wake up every day expecting struggle, you will find it. If you wake up every day expecting miracles, you will find them. The universe is not punishing you, it is responding to you. It is amplifying whatever energy you are radiating. If you want a new life, you must first become a new person. Nothing outside of you needs to change. You don't need the perfect conditions. You don't need the right connections. You don't need permission. You need to reconstruct the way you see yourself. You need to cleanse yourself of the limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, and the conditioning that has kept you trapped in the same cycles. The moment you make that shift, the moment you truly decide to break free, the world will rearrange itself to reflect the new reality you have chosen. You have been lied to. They told you that if you run hard enough, fast enough, long enough, you will finally catch what you are chasing. But the truth is, the more you chase, the further it runs. The love you are desperate for, the success you keep reaching for, the validation you crave, it all moves further away because you are operating from a place of lack. You are confirming to the universe that you do not have it, that you are not enough without it, and so it remains out of reach. The person who chases is always behind, always needy, always incomplete. But the person who becomes, who embodies the energy of what they desire, commands everything to come to them. Look at the people you admire, the ones who walk into a room and turn heads, the ones who attract opportunities without begging, the ones who seem to have a gravitational pull that brings success, love, and abundance directly into their hands. They are not running, they are not pleading, they are not searching. They are standing firm in their energy, rooted in who they are, radiating a frequency so powerful that the world has no choice but to respond. They have already decided that they are worthy. They do not need to convince anyone. And because of that, everything they desire flows to them effortlessly. When you chase, you send out a message of desperation, of incompleteness. People can feel it. Opportunities can feel it. The universe can feel it. And the more you grasp, the more it slips through your fingers. A person who chases love repels it. A person who needs validation gets ignored. The person who begs for success gets overlooked. The energy you put out is the energy you receive. If you keep affirming that you are lacking something, you will continue to lack it. But when you shift, when you become the source of what you are seeking, everything flips. The moment you stop running after love and start radiating love, the right people appear. The second you stop chasing success and embody the mindset of a successful person, opportunities arrive unannounced. The instant you stop craving approval and stand in your own power, the world starts listening. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you are always seeking, you will always be in a state of seeking. If you are constantly chasing, you will always feel behind. But when you decide that you already have everything within you, that you are already abundant, already powerful, already enough, the universe mirrors that belief back to you. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to beg for recognition. You need to become the kind of person who naturally magnetizes the life you desire. Have you ever noticed how the ones who don't try so hard are the ones who receive the most? The ones who don't chase after people are the ones who are pursued. The ones who carry themselves with certainty are the ones who are respected. The ones who trust that success is inevitable are the ones who always seem to be at the right place at the right time. It is not luck. It is not magic. It is the law of energy. The universe does not reward neediness. It rewards alignment. When you need something to feel complete, you push it away. When you are at peace without it, it flows to you effortlessly. That is the paradox that most people never understand. They run themselves into exhaustion trying to grab hold of something that is running from them, never realizing that the second they stop chasing, the game changes. When you stop seeking external validation and find validation within yourself, people start to notice you. When you stop desperately wanting money and start acting as if wealth is your natural state, money starts coming in unexpected ways. When you stop begging for someone to love you and start treating yourself as someone who is already deeply loved, love finds you. The energy of desperation repels. The energy of confidence attracts. The moment you declare that you are no longer available for struggle, for scarcity, for begging, the universe shifts. You are the magnet. You are the source. You are not an observer of reality. You are the creator of it. The way you see yourself is the way the world sees you. If you walk like someone who is already wealthy, wealth gravitates towards you. If you speak like someone who is already powerful, people listen. If you move through life as if you already have the love, the success, the respect that you desire, reality bends to match your energy. Detach from the need, detach from the outcome, stop chasing and start being, become the embodiment of what you want, and watch how effortlessly it all starts coming to. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest prison. Every single thought you think is creating the future you step into. Every belief you hold is shaping the reality you experience. If your mind is filled with doubt, hesitation, fear, and limitation, your world will be built from those materials. If your mind is sharp, unshakable, focused, and clear, the world will reflect that strength back to you. Everything begins and ends in your mind. You do not see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. Two people can stand in the same storm. One will see chaos and the other will see opportunity. One will break and the other will rise. The difference is not the storm. The difference is the mind that is experiencing it. Your mind dictates your perception, and your perception dictates your destiny. If you train your mind to find solutions instead of problems, strength instead of weakness, possibilities instead of limitations, you will move through life with a power that few ever unlock. Your mind is programmable, and the world has been programming it since the day you were born. You have been fed fear. You have been conditioned to doubt yourself. You have been taught that success is reserved for a chosen few, that struggle is normal, that security is found in playing small. Every limitation you believe in was planted in you by someone else. And as long as you allow your mind to be controlled by external forces, you will remain a prisoner in a reality you did not choose. But the second you take back control of your thoughts, the second you decide to rewrite the narrative, the entire structure of your life begins to shift. You cannot master your life until you master your mind. The most dangerous enemy you will ever face is the voice inside your own head telling you that you are not enough, that you cannot do it, that it is too late, that you should settle, that you should wait, that you should give up. That voice is a liar. That voice is the accumulation of every doubt, every failure, every fear that has ever been projected onto you. But here is the truth. Your mind works for you. You do not work for it. You are not a slave to your thoughts. You are the one who chooses them. And when you start choosing differently, your world changes. The thoughts you allow to take root in your mind become the actions you take in your life. If your mind is chaotic, your life will be chaotic. If your mind is disciplined, your life will be disciplined. If your mind is focused, your life will be unstoppable. What you feed your mind determines what it creates. If you constantly consume negativity, doubt, and fear, that is exactly what your life will produce. If you feed your mind with power, clarity, and certainty, your life will begin to mirror that same energy. Most people live as prisoners of their thoughts because they have never been taught how to control them. They react instead of create. They let their emotions dictate their actions instead of using their mind to command their. They wake up every day and allow their thoughts to be hijacked by social media, by the news, by other people's opinions, by their past failures, by their fears about the future, and then they wonder why their life feels out of control. Your life is not out of control, your mind is. The moment you take back control of your mind, your life will follow. Discipline your thoughts and everything changes. Train your mind like a warrior and life will bend to your will. Every time doubt creeps in, replace it with certainty. Every time fear whispers in your ear, respond with action. Every time your past tries to haunt you, remind yourself that you are not bound by it. You are the creator, the architect, the master of your internal world. And when you master your internal world, your external world has no choice but to align. You do not need to be stronger. You do not need to be luckier. You do not need more time, more money, or more resources. You need to master the one thing that controls everything, your mind. Because the second you do, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. You are giving your power away every single day, and you don't even realize it. Every time you let distractions control your time, every time you allow negativity to consume your energy, every time you entertain people who drain your soul, you are leaking power. You say you want success, but your actions betray you. You say you want peace, but you keep engaging in chaos. You say you want focus, but you allow yourself to be pulled in 100 different directions. You cannot build a powerful life while living in a weak state of mind. Your time is the most valuable currency you have, yet you spend it on meaningless distractions. You scroll through your phone for hours, absorbing useless information, feeding your mind with garbage, numbing yourself with entertainment, and then you wonder why you feel lost. You wonder why your vision is blurry, why your motivation is gone, why your purpose feels distant. Your energy is being stolen from you bit by bit, moment by moment, by things that do not serve you. You cannot expect to win when you are playing in the wrong arena. There are forces designed to keep you weak, addicted, and distracted. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They don't want you questioning the system. They don't want you breaking free. They feed you constant noise so you never hear your own thoughts. They keep your mind occupied with nonsense so you never have time to build your own empire. They profit off your lack of focus, your lack of discipline, your lack of self-mastery. The world is moving fast, and if you do not take back control of your attention, you will be left behind. Every moment spent in distraction is a moment stolen from your destiny. Every time you engage in gossip, every time you dwell on negativity, every time you procrastinate, you are choosing comfort over greatness. You're choosing short-term pleasure over long-term success. You're choosing to be a spectator in your own life instead of the one writing the script. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams. No one is responsible for your focus but you. Your environment is either sharpening you or destroying you. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you have, the content you consume, all of it is shaping your mind. If you are around weak-minded people, you will become weak. If you fill your mind with garbage, your thoughts will become garbage. If you waste your energy on pointless distractions, you will have nothing left for your purpose. Your mind is like a battlefield, and every single day you are either winning or losing the war. There are people who would kill for the opportunities you take for granted. There are people who have faced unthinkable obstacles and still found a way to rise while you sit there making excuses. Your phone is not the enemy. Social media is not the enemy. The news is not the enemy. Your lack of discipline is the enemy. Your attention span is the enemy. Your addiction to distractions is the enemy. Until you declare war on your own self-destructive habits, you will remain stuck. You say you don't have time, yet you waste hours every day. You say you don't have opportunities, yet you are blind to the ones right in front of you. You say you don't know where to start, yet you refuse to sit in silence and think for yourself. You already have everything you need. You already have the ability to focus, to create, to grow, to win. But as long as you keep letting distractions own your mind, you will never step into that power. Cut the noise, shut out the nonsense, turn off anything that does not serve your highest purpose. You are capable of so much more, but you are living beneath your potential because you are addicted to comfort. You were not put on this earth to be a passive observer. You were not meant to drift through life numb and disconnected. You were meant to build, to create, to dominate, to leave your mark. But you cannot do that if you are constantly allowing distractions to steal your focus. If you do not control your mind, someone else will. If you do not protect your energy, someone else will drain it. If you do not take command of your time, the world will waste it for you. Wake up, lock in, take your power back. The world you live in is nothing more than a reflection of who you are. The people in your life, the opportunities you attract, the energy that surrounds you, none of it is random. It is all a perfect match to the frequency you carry. You cannot beg for better relationships while you tolerate disrespect. You cannot hope for success while you think and act like a failure. You cannot demand loyalty when you are not even loyal to yourself. Everything that exists in your life is a mirror of what you allow, what you believe, and what you expect. The right people will not come when you are still entertaining the wrong ones. The relationships you crave will not appear while you are still engaging in toxic patterns. You cannot complain about being surrounded by negativity when you are the one making room for it. People will treat you the way you allow them to. The moment you decide you are no longer available for disrespect, it stops showing up. The second you raise your standards, your circle starts to shift. Weak connections fall away and stronger ones take their place. Success does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who become. If you are still thinking, acting, and living like the old version of yourself, do not expect a new reality to show up. You are not waiting on a breakthrough. The breakthrough is waiting on you. You must become the person who deserves the life you want. If you want wealth, develop the habits of the wealthy. If you want respect, embody the confidence of someone who commands it. If you want better results, stop making excuses and start matching the energy of those who are already winning. You are not unlucky, you are unaligned. The opportunities you chase keep slipping through your fingers because you are not yet vibrating at their frequency. You think life is against you, but in reality, life is showing you exactly what you need to fix. If you constantly experience rejection, it means you have not yet built the internal strength to handle the level you are trying to reach. If you keep running into dead ends, it is because you are still carrying the mindset that created them. Until you change within, nothing outside of you will shift. Everything you want already exists. The success, the relationships, the peace, the power, it is all already here. But you cannot receive what you are not prepared to hold. The universe will not give you something you are not ready for. If you are still operating in scarcity, you will repel abundance. If you are still doubting yourself, you will never receive recognition. If you are still settling for less, you will never experience more. You are standing at the door of everything you have ever wanted, but it will not open until you step into the version of yourself who belongs on the other side. Nothing is keeping you stuck except the patterns you refuse to break. If you do not like your results, look at your habits. If you do not like your surroundings, look at your standards. If you do not like the way people treat you, look at the way you treat yourself. The world is not against you, it is responding to you. It is giving you exactly what you are an energetic match for. The only way to change what you receive is to change what you radiate. People will not respect you more than you respect yourself. Life will not reward you more than you are willing to invest in yourself. You cannot keep playing small and expect to be noticed. You cannot keep living in fear and expect doors to open. You cannot keep surrounding yourself with mediocrity and expect greatness to find you. Your environment is a reflection of your inner world. Your circumstances are a reflection of yourself and your self-image. Your reality is a reflection of your choices. There are no accidents. There are no coincidences. There is no luck. There is only alignment. And if your life is not where you want it to be, it is because you have not yet aligned with the level you are asking for. Stop wishing. Stop waiting. Stop expecting the world to change while you stay the same. Shift your mindset. Elevate your energy. Demand better. Become better. When you do, everything around you will follow.